Hello, welcome back to the channel. Watford have published the released and retained list for the 2024-25 season with some big names departing Watford. But first, I have to say commiserations to all of the academy players who did not receive professional contracts. I hope you find either another club or something you want to pursue in your careers in the near future, and it's been a pleasure having you at Watford. In regards to the big name players that are departing, well, there's three in particular I want to talk about today, and one of which actually surprised me quite a lot. We'll start with Angelo Ogbonna, the Italian stallion, as I called him when he first originally signed for Watford. He seemed to be kind of the natural left foot experienced replacement for Wesley Hoedt. Of course, Wesley Hoedt made his move over to Saudi Arabia last summer, a big money move for him, as we've seen many players make in the past few years since that league has really emerged out of nowhere. And Ogbonna, it seemed like he was going to be Wesley Hoedt's experienced replacement. He's a quality player. He's had vast experience at national level in the Premier League and over in Italy in the Serie A as well. Unfortunately, though, from my understanding, Ogbonna has had some personal issues off the pitch this season, which has meant he hasn't been able to contribute maybe as much as he wanted to. I think he made 8 appearances in total. His last appearance was in the Emirates FA Cup away at Fulham, of course, in that game where Rocco Vata scored that wonderful, wonderful goal. So, yeah, Ogbonna, it's a shame that didn't work out. I wish him, of course, all the best for the future and whatever is going on in his life. And yeah, that one just didn't quite work out for Watford. The next player we're going to talk about that is finally departing the club, and I think a lot of people were pleased to hear this news, let's just say, and I think that was probably an understatement, actually. I'm delighted to announce the Vakoun Bayo era is now over, and I say this with every player I discuss here in the Watford Way. I'm sure most Watford players are lovely people. They probably have nice personalities. But for me, Vakoun Bayo at Watford, he just wasn't a very good striker. I think we can all sit here and admit that now. Now he's off to, of course, another Pozzo club in Udinese. So, yeah, Vakoun Bayo is off to Italy to play in the top division of Italian football. So, again, I wish him all the best for the future. Whilst I dislike Bayo as a player and the attributes he has, he is our top goal scorer this season. He has 10 league goals, and I definitely won't forget the 4 he scored away at Sheffield Wednesday. Probably his best performance in a Watford shirt. The scissor kick at home to West Brom, I think it was as well, was a real quality finish. But in all-round play, he just didn't contribute as much as I would have liked. And hopefully, Watford will bring in another striker or two in the summer transfer window to really push on for next season. So Bayo, thank you for the memories, or the lack thereof, I should say, and I wish you all the best for the future. The last player we're going to talk about today is Yasser Larouci. Now, this is the one that actually surprised me most, because the rumour is, and we'll come on to that in just a moment, is that Caleb Wiley is set to return on loan next season. And for me, whilst I'm not a huge Yasser Larouci fan, I did feel as a backup option, if the deal was cheap enough and his wages were low enough, I did feel that was a transfer Watford may have made, but clearly the club wants to go in a different direction. Yasser Larouci has had some good moments in the last season. He's also had some quite terrible moments defensively as well. It's clear to me his best attributes are going forward, using his pace, his close control, that low centre of gravity. He's quite a small player, actually, when you look at him. So he does have his qualities, but for me, defensively, he just wasn't quite strong enough on a number of occasions. So Yasser Larouci, like Bayo, like Ogbonna, of course, I'm sure he's a nice guy and I wish him all the best for the future. The real news, though, to come from this released and retained list was players that weren't actually mentioned. Now, of course, Caleb Wiley and James Abankwah both joined the club on loan in January. However, they were not mentioned in the list of players that were leaving the club. Now, we know there have been discussions, as I've reported, 1 or 2 months ago now. We know there's been discussions with Caleb Wiley and Chelsea in regards to extending his loan for another season. And the Watford Observer yesterday actually also put out an article about James Abankwah, and that there's a high possibility he'll join Watford not only on a loan deal, but on a permanent contract, a permanent transfer. So interesting developments very early on in the transfer window. We've seen Hector Cipriani be announced and confirmed by Watford. Nathan Baxter is all pretty much done as far as I'm aware. Caleb Wiley and James Abankwah should be staying at the club next season as well. So for me, it's a real positive start to the transfer window. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm still very much Pozzo out. I'm against the ownership. I'm against everything that's happened in the past 5 or 6 years. It's not been acceptable, but there is no denying that the start of this transfer window has so far not been exceptional, but if these deals do get confirmed, it is a very, very, very good way to start our summer dealings. So I'm excited to see what happens in the next weeks and months, and hopefully Watford can continue in the same vein, bringing in young, talented, promising players to develop over the course of next season, and hopefully keep us in that promotion race. So let me know your thoughts on the recent retained and released list in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the Watford Way, and I'll catch you again very soon. Bye-bye.